I'd like to direct a question at the two ladies that are, in a sense, involved in the banking sector. We're in an age of big data, and Zimbabwe is in a particularly unique situation where a lot of our transactions are being done online. Do you spend any time analyzing how much women, because you know who the women are, right? You know who your card holders, who women are. Do you spend any time analyzing how much women are actually spending and what they're spending on?
I would like to say, from a Standard Bank Group and Standard Bank Zimbabwe perspective, and that is certainly a journey we have started. We actually have a full unit that looks at that, because we have acknowledged the relevance of having the relevant data to make the right decision to properly price your product and sell your product. But I think in terms of gathering the detail, we're still probably at an infancy stage to then make use of that data. But it is a journey we have started. We've seen it is quite relevant. And I suppose by end of year, you'll probably see some difference to how we market a product based on that.
I'm going to give a short answer and say yes to your question, and then qualify it. I don't think, a lot of the people who are representing companies here represent very established companies, sound companies with sound boards. I don't believe that there's any leadership team that sits and makes decisions based on do they affect men or women. I think that, and this is to a point that Aisha made earlier, when we're in boardrooms, we're looking at the numbers. Certainly from a finance perspective. We look at what makes business sense. What is the business case? And I think where you find women products lagging behind is because they haven't been able to be demonstrated. Not that they don't exist, but the teams that are responsible for demonstrating that there's a benefit to having this product for women haven't done the work. I think that's
concept hasn't been
correct, because if you look at the subject of your this seminar, it's do women make better businesses, and this word better just keeps nagging at me. I remember at nursery school, I don't remember where I learned this. There's that rhyme, good, better, best, never let it best. Okay, so there's good, there's better, and there's best. And when you're in the boardroom, you're actually weighing those options, and often you have other options of where you're going to put your money, how you're going to spend your money. So if I'm in a situation where I'm saying, okay, we have to, for example, we launched a women's desk at Midbank, I think 3 years ago. Yes, it is an RBZ requirement to speak to the underbanked or the underprivileged members of society, but you have to be able, as someone sitting in the C-suite, to demonstrate, to show the numbers, and say, if you attack this target market, if you speak to this target market, this is what it will translate to in terms of revenue, and it's better than option B. And I think in a lot of cases, it's just that simple. And often I find myself in that role where I'm saying, okay, I don't even want to discuss this as a woman. I've had sometimes you're sitting in a board meeting or in a room and a conversation is happening, a very general conversation about the economy, and you're asked, even though you're contributing, because I'm definitely someone who's contributing, when it comes to certain things, you'll be asked, Shingai, as a woman, what would you say to ABC? And I always think to myself, if I was a Muslim, no one would ever ask me, as a Muslim, what do you think? Or as a gay person, or as a polygamist, what do you think? Because I could direct that question to several men in a lot of these boardrooms, but it's never put to that point. So when you're in a situation where you have the opportunity to present product cases, or if you're in a business development team, I think one of the biggest tasks we will have, man or woman, is to be able to demonstrate the numbers and show that it makes good business sense. And it won't be difficult to do because the statistics already show us that it makes good business sense to target women.